This is my little sister. I'm doing this trip dedicated for her, but at the same time recording the whole thing so that you guys can also enjoy doing a long ride on a two-stroke motorcycle like this Yamaha RXT 1997. So let's go.
Hey guys, Bratty Biker here. Hope you're all doing well. Before we enter into the highway, let me just give you a quick brief or an intro of the things that I'm gonna carry, what I've done to the motorcycle for this small trip and stuff. I kind of forgot to do it before I started because of all that excitement, but anyways, let me get that done now. That's my new helmet. It's Naxor Rusty Rage. I'm intrigued to know why they're using this Rusty name on something new. Of course, going to be using my action camera. This is an Akaso V50 Pro. You'll be watching the riding clips from that. I actually been watching a lot of vlogs from that camera. Of course, my face mask. I'll be using a normal sports shoe. Our budget-friendly pro biker gloves. This is my bag. This has all the important stuff like my license copy, RC copy, smart card copy, and the rest of the stuff. But for the motorcycle, what's important is that you definitely need your license, your smart card or your registration certificate copy, and a copy of your insurance, valid insurance. If you're going out of state, I think you'll also be needing PUC certificate, so get that ready too. And then I'm also going to be using a normal jacket. This is not a riding jacket, does not have any protection whatsoever, but these things are pretty expensive for me right now. But I will be investing in a pair of good riding gears. And this is the motorcycle. The time is actually 6:30 and the sun has come up, but unfortunately my camera is not all that great in low light videography. This is the first generation iPhone SE that I am taking the video with. So the motorcycle, she has been serviced yesterday at home, and the chain has been lubricated for the first time. This is a new chain. For all the new viewers and subscribers, I have made a video on replacing the chain. I replaced the chain when the odometer reading was at 17,200 kilometers. Now it was reaching nearly 17,700 kilometers. So the chain had to be lubricated every 500 kilometers. So I have done that, and in every 1,000 kilometers we'll have to clean and then lubricate the chain. So that will be done later on. And some important things to carry on your toolbox is that a piece of cloth, a fuel filter, and then I'm also carrying a brand new spark plug. This is a BPR 7HS, not the 8 as the company recommended. I have an 8 with me, but 7 is what I'm going to use. Not to forget the spark plug spanner, and just a few papers like the copy of a license, RC and everything. In case you lose anything, you'll always have a copy of the document on the motorcycle itself. Of course, duplicate ones. So that's it about the toolbox. I'm also carrying a spare fuel pipe, as you guys can see. This is of a very good quality one, and I also have a small cutter that's present inside my bag, so that's going to help in cutting it out, because this is very important. As you guys saw the fuel filter on the toolbox there, if at all if you find any cracks or leaks on the existing rubbers, existing pipe, you can just stop by and change it with this one. Ideally you want something a little larger with you in stock, but this is what I have currently with me, so I'm going to use that. When you're doing any highway trips, I definitely suggest you to make the mixture a little more richer and then add just a little bit more oil. That's a great thing since your motorcycle will be at high RPM constantly. So usually RXD or RX 135, they have their air fuel screw at 1.5 turns outwards. But what I've done is I'm running it in 1 turn outwards, so it's running a little richer. And right now she's having about 25 ml of oil for every 1 liter of petrol. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 30 ml of oil for every 1 liter of petrol. I've replaced the RR unit of the motorcycle, and the wiring has been checked. It was a rat's nest, a complete mess thanks to the previous owner. So I just did a little bit of work on insulating it and removing all the rest of the unneeded stuff, because this bike actually had 2 big horns on the sides. I'll show a picture of it right now. So a lot of wiring jobs were done, and yeah, so all those things were sorted out, and she's performing really well. I hope that she doesn't let me down. It's been thoroughly cleaned and everything, so let's hope for the best.
closing to 7 a.m. So I think it will take us about an hour to reach Chengalpet. Chengalpet is I think about 65-70 kilometers from my house. Move. This is the first thing that we have met with JCB. So as said earlier, we'll be needing to refuel first. So after changing the RR unit, the regulator rectifier, everything is working very good actually. The battery, the horn, the indicators, everything are working very beautifully, as you guys just heard the horn. See that? So I'm just going to close my visor down. It's actually pretty dusty. The camera might not be able to capture it. There is a fuel station here. I'm just going to fill up 4 liter petrol, 120 ml oil.
A few moments later.
So at 17,694 kilometers, we filled up about 4 liters of petrol and 120 ml of oil.
Just for a small clarification, I have removed the oil pump, oil tank and all those stuff. The bike is running purely premixed, so that's why I'm premixing about 30 ml of oil. I've made a video on how to do that for your RX. You guys can check it out, links down in the description box below.
Thanks to these disc brakes, I'm super confident about this ride because of how fantastic the braking upgrade is. So that's a great thing.
I started increasing my riding speed right before we reached the airport, because after that the road is supposed to be free. Here is Chennai Airport. So we reached Chennai Airport by about 7:20 a.m. Yeah, this is our beautiful Chennai Airport. You guys can see one thing I'm not happy with these mirrors are how loose they are. There is no way to tighten them down. So at high speeds the wind is deflecting them, and especially it's a flat surface. There's a lot of wind hitting on both the mirrors, so it's coming towards me. So the visibility is reduced drastically, beyond the speed. So that's one thing that I'm not a great fan of. But it's amazing inside the city, especially at the vlog that you just saw before. It's fantastic in the city. Just that high speed cruising, these mirrors, they tend to move away. That's the RX of our modern generation, the Duke 200. Fantastic machine, really wonderful stuff. But shortly after this all free road, the traffic has begun, and we spent close to 20 minutes trying to crawl through this traffic you guys will be seeing now. So once we were out of this traffic, we finally enter the highway within a few minutes after that. But since this is a festival time called as Pongal in South India, it's still pretty crowded up as people from Madras go back to their hometowns to celebrate Pongal holidays. So actually the traffic was quite a lot in the highway. But yeah, it was fun, of course. So my cruising speed was anywhere between 70 to 90 kilometers per hour. I think for a 4-speed RX 135 or an RXD or even an RX 100, I think 70 to 90 kilometers per hour is a sweet spot where the motorcycle doesn't feel too much strained and just feels that it can do that for a very long time, provided that the engine is in great shape and you're not overloading it and you give a little bit of break or adequate rest once every 60 to 90 minutes of riding. But occasionally I did do short bursts till 100 kilometers hour, which is almost nearly its top speed. And here is where I think the 5-speed gearbox would be a great boon. The advantage of a 5th gear is that either you can maintain the same speed at a lower RPM, so even lower engine stress, slightly more efficiency and less wear and tear, or you can utilize your 5th gear to cruise at a higher speed so that you reach your destination faster. So I feel that an RX 135 5-speed and an RX Z 5-speed can comfortably cruise 100 km per hour compared to the 4 speeds 90 km per hour. Now we'll be exiting the highway very soon as we are very close to our destination.
Okay, we've reached our destination. So about 17,743 and the time is about 8:10 AM.
So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Part 2 is coming really soon, where I explore a beautiful place called as Kalkorai, very near from where I'm standing right now. So do like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. Keep the blue smoke alive. Have a great day.